Okay, as I was saying earlier, I was talking about the type of stains, and these are, once again, we have the urine and feces, and we have a do-it-yourself in removing it. You can use, once again, you can use a baking soda, cold water, and vinegar. And in some cases, in the hotel approach, we also have the all-purpose cleaner, or the stain removing chemical for almost every type of stain. But then, as I would like to emphasize down below, different stain needs a different cleaning materials. Okay, you cannot apply a removing chemical on a very delicate fabric, because that will have a discoloration. And so with the sofa with bare skin, you cannot do it. So definitely mag-ari siyang mahugot, or yung mga delicate fabric. Okay, so not all the stains should be used with the chemicals. Okay, there should have a proper treatment for it. Okay, moving on. What action may be taken? The first step is to identify the stain. Trial and error, coupled with some coaching from experienced staff, are key to this. So definitely the ones your supervisors have encountered this stain before, you can go to him. Sir, I have discovered a stain in the stateroom, and it looks like a feces, and what would be your advice to me? I mean, they've been with the business for a long time, they know what to do, so you always seek an advice if there's something you're not sure of. Where spot cleaning appears suitable, the appropriate cleaner from those stocked on trolley is selected and applied according to manufacturer's instruction. So every time that you're going to use a cleaning material, every time that you're going to use a cleaning chemical, it has to be based on the instructions manual. If it says there, the Virox, the one that we're using in the cruise ships for sanitation, it has to be it has to go under a diluting machine. So you need to follow that instruction. The solution is placed down below, aakyat siya, and that's going to be diluted automatically. There's no way you have to do it manually, because you will not be able to get the exact dilution of the particular chemical. So once again, it has to be based on the instruction. Okay, next, which can commonly be via spray bottle or applicator. So that is the common way of doing it. You have the bottle applicator, and once again, whenever you're using the bottle applicator, it needs to be labeled every time. Next, correct action. What are the correct action that you should consider? Remember that the correct action to take when dealing with the stain, depending on interaction, the type of materials where the stain occurred, as I've said earlier, the cause of stain, if that is a mud, if that's a blood. So you need to consider that. Hindi mo pwedeng right away apply ng solution. Once again, that can damage a very delicate material. Next, chemical available to remove the stain. So whatever chemical is available, you still need to consult your supervisor if that is applicable, or if that is okay to be applied on a delicate fabric. This essentially means that providing generic advice on stain removal is not only impossible but potentially misleading, as it can prove dangerous and damaging and expensive. So once again, yung mga delicate fabric made out of crocodile skin, made out of bird skin, kahit ano pang skin, so it needs to be properly addressed. It needs to be properly cleaned. And of course, once again, advised by your supervisor. Hindi mo pwedeng basta-basta na lamang gagawin. Next, remaking bed with fresh linen. As with stripping of the beds, individual properties have their own standards, procedures, and requirements of making beds, and we all know that. That's very straightforward. Standards of the bed. Making beds is common activity that needs to be practiced and undertaken with great care, as many injuries have resulted from moving bed in order to make it. So, especially for the female, mabibigat ang kama. Whenever you're asked to clean a particular room, especially the deluxe ones, malalaki ang kama, you need to ask for help. Walang masama doon. If you cannot carry it, you always have your colleagues to be there and to support you. Importance of bed making. What's the importance of bed making? Making the bed properly is extremely important part of service of any room because the bed is often the focal point. Focal point. Pagpasok mo pa lang, yung bed na agad ang makikita mo. And whatever the guests would see, it will give them a positive impression. And of course, pagka nakita nila to na nice and tidy, very comfy, what they're going to do is to jump over to the bed and feel the convenience that it can offer. Next, final appearance of the bed made bed must be therefore make it the right impression. So tidy, neat, balanced, crisp, attractive, and inviting. Of course, you can make it attractive and inviting if you are always going to follow the company standards and procedures. Special points in relation to final presentation of the bed can include, so the final presentation, the use of overlay placed across. So once again, depending on the company standards, naglalagay sila ng overlay. Some of you have experienced it before. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Number of pillows provided, like I said, kung apat ang ilagay, kung apat ang standards, be able to do it so. If dalawa, then you just have to follow it. Sorry. Okay. Use of decorator pillows to enhance presentation. Sa mga pagkakataon, there are some decorative pillows that you put on top of the pillow itself para magmukhang mas maganda. Placement of pillows. The property may lie the pillow down. So you know, once again, standard. Kung naka diamond shape, be able to put the pillow on diamond shape. Kung square shape, be able to do it that way. Sorry. Next, special points in relation to final presentation. Number of blankets used. So once again, you all know this. We just keep on going from the basic rule. This is the company standards. Okay, I think I have okay, this is a slide. Number of blankets used, most properties. So yun nga, as we go on, merong mga bed style of beds in which number of blankets ay kailangan. There's a certain layer that you need to follow. In Norwegian Style, as we go on, meron silang tinatawag na kilt. I'll be able to explain that to you later on. Next, placement of complementary item on the bed. This may be done as part of the turn down procedure. So turn down procedure basically happens before nighttime. Ito yung mga last touches in which you put on the complementary items such as small amount of toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoos, and any other refreshments. Okay, so as I was saying, we have the bed making styles. With the standard style, this uses the mattress protector, bottom sheet, top sheet, blanket, bed spread, pillows, and pillowcases. Hopefully, well, at this time you should already watch the video that I've sent you on YouTube, and that is what we are going to use for the limited face-to-face and the video that you're going to do in your houses. For those who do not sign up for face-to-face, you're going to do the bed making video at the convenience of your home. And for those who have signed up for the face-to-face, do not need to make the video anymore. Okay, so this is the standard style, so you can see, very simple. Next, American style features: mattress protector, of course that's very basic, bottom sheet or the first sheet, top sheet or the second sheet, and then it goes straight to bedspread, pillows, and pillowcases. And once again, I have emphasized in the video, every time you're going to put on a pillowcase, you should always put on the pillow slip to avoid any stains to penetrate the pillows. So that's American style. In American style, they already have 4 pillows on top of the bed. Next, Norwegian style. This uses mattress protector, once again, bottom sheet, and the kilt. Once you say kilt, kilt is any layer of the bed sheet that has that comprises of 3 layers. any sheet that has 3 layers is called a kilt. Okay, because in Norway most of the time it is very cold. That is why they always need to use the kilt. Of course, kilt followed by the kilt protector, kilt cover, pillows, pillowcases, and they also use the electric blanket. The electric blanket, from the word itself, is plugged to the outlet, and then you can adjust the temperature. If you want it more warmer, you may do it, so you can control it. And then whenever you're sleeping, if you feel like it's still getting cold, you can adjust the temperature that is suitable for the temperature that you want. So hopefully I'll be able to show you the picture of the electric blanket, or you can just search it whenever you have a time. Bed making steps. Okay, bed making steps. This is considering the Norwegian style. Okay, check if the electric blanket is straight and secured. To position the mattress protector and secure strings with seams down, position the bottom sheet. Next, miter the bottom sheet of 4 corners. I have asked you for your first activity to do the selfie with the miter. I'll be sending the submission link very soon, just hold on. Next step would be tucking cover along the foot and head of mattress, lifting corner. So these are the steps that I have showed you sa video. So I'm just gonna go jump over to the next one. Okay, smooth out the creases. Kailangan walang gasos with seams up. Seams up, or yung paha, yung makapal na part, that is yun ang ilalagay mo sa ibabaw ng kama if you are already doing the second sheet. Okay, number 7, position the blanket. Once again, seams up, yung paha nasa taas, yung makapal. Okay, turn the head of top of the sheet over the blanket. So smooth out the creases. Once again, creases, I have emphasized in the video, whenever you are removing the wrinkles or the creases, you need to use the back of your palm for hygienic purposes. Next, tuck in the top sheet. Once again, miter the corners, smooth out the creases. So once again, I'm not gonna go over it because this is something that I have showed in the video. Now we're gonna go over to the points to remember. What are the things that you need to remember? Make sure all the fresh linens go onto the bed is placed on the chair, table, or couch. Like in the video, as I keep on saying, it is more hygienic to put it on the chair or it's more hygienic rather to put it on the table than to the chair. But both are accepted, but for my own opinion, it is more hygienic to place it on the table. Okay, next, when you have finished, bullet number 2, making the bed, step back and inspect it to make sure it is right. So as I have mentioned in the video, make sure that every layer, first, second, or the starting from the mattress, first sheet, second, then blanket, third sheet, make sure that they are all straight. Okay, and then you step back and look for these creases if there's any, and that's the time for you to be able to correct it. Next one, the way you make your bed at home is probably not definitely the way you make your bed at home is not the same the way you're going to do it in your working place, because that is hotel. People pay for the convenience, so it has to be special. Last bullet, the way you made beds to your last guest is probably not going to be the same with the required of your current guest. So that is very straightforward. Next, remake the bed using existing bed linen. Now we're going to be talking about remaking a bed using an existing linen, meaning to say you might just have to take out the first sheet and then carry on, reuse the remaining layer and replace with the first sheet. That is accepted. Okay, if the guest has departed from the room, it is vital that fresh bedding is used. But what if it is an occupied room? Kasi may mga pagkakataon na occupied, maaring ang guest just went out for a little bit, okay, kumain sila, and your time wouldn't be enough for you to have the bed ready bago sila dumating. So merong sa yung mga tinatawag na mga retouches in which you just have to arrange the beds, the pillows. So ito na nangyayari to normally kapag first day. Siyempre first day pa lang naman, when they have decided to go out for a bit, that's the time for you to remake the bed. So just put everything in order based on the standards. Depending on the type of organization you're in and the level of service provided, it is becoming more common beddings not to be changed daily basis. So once again, depending on the organization, sinasabi dito, it's not advisable to change it in a daily basis. But once you're talking about a 5-star hotel or 7-star hotel, when it becomes necessary, whatever the policy is going to tell you, that is what you have to follow. Next, back it, and down below it says here, hindi the reason why the hotel is not changing the bed sheet as often as every day, it is because it is more environmentally friendly. Not because ang hotel ay nagtitipid, because the hotel or any establishment, it is part of their corporate responsibility to be environmentally friendly, to save water, to save energy, and of course being able to save an effort of the staff in having more loads of work. Okay, next, it reduces expenses of the hotel. Definitely less usage of water, it reduces the expenses of the hotel. Most of the guests do not expect their linen to be changed every day. I've said that earlier. Next, remake the bed using existing linen. So normally I should let you read this, but since it's pre-recorded, basically the steps from 1 to 17 is written on your module. I'm not gonna go over it anymore because once again I have showed that to you in the video. That's written on your module. Next, another point to remember: take special note of the preferences of the guest before making the bed. Check into identifying the So whenever you talk about preferences, if you know room 101, Mr. Anderson is always requiring an extra pillow or requiring 4 pillows from day one, then without him having to ask, be able to have it ready for him. And if that is against the company standards, you are expected to inform your supervisor that, sir, you're talking to your supervisor, Mr. Anderson from room 101 is always requesting for 4 pillows. Magpaalam ka. Can I do it for his entire stay? I know he would appreciate it. So that's how you talk to your managers for you to be able to save yourselves from possible misunderstanding, because since it is against the company standards, you are gonna have to you're going to follow what the guest wants. Okay, so that is the only time that you're going to be against the company standard, if it is required by the guest. Next, if they have removed the blanket of the way you wish to replace in a cupboard, folder back in. So once again, if they remove it, you just have to fix it once again. Next, if they have more pillows, make the bed and position the pillows accordingly. So once again, be able to do it. So items such as books, magazines, glasses, clothes, or other personal items were found on the bed, place them neatly back on a similar position. So if you see the laptop is in the center of the bed, take it out, be able to do your changing duty, and then put back the laptop in the middle of the bed. So whatever you see things, you're not supposed to put it from one place to another. Linisin and then put it back. Next, cleaning in a correct order. Earlier, I have already emphasized the cleaning in correct order. Okay, which is first is the checkout room, so on and so forth. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on to the next one. All guest rooms that are allocated, you must clean it in correct order. The correct order may determine as a result of one more of the following. Correct order of cleaning room is basically coming from the executive housekeeper, the highest position in the housekeeping department, and of course the correct order of cleaning, once again, based on the request of the guest. So remember, the second priority is to clean the room with request. The third priority is to clean the room without request and the vacant room. Okay. Next, the vacant room can be put back on the front office for occupancy. Okay, that's the cleaning order. Next, factors impacting the correct order. So what are these significant factors? Room attendants from different floors may be required to go to nominated floor, combine their efforts to clean floors, and where examples a group has justificated. Okay, so may mga pagkakataon nagkakaroon ng group check-out. Pagka nagkaroon ng 300 guests at the same time, magche-check-in sila, and of course, that will be a group check-out. You cannot handle, kung dalawa lang kayo, to clean 10 rooms or 20, okay, sa mga pagkakataong yon, kasi that is a group. So you need to ask for help, or ito na yung mga pagkakataon na your supervisors ay kukuha sila ng help from other housekeeping department or the other room attendant para matulungan kayo. That is a group. That's a group check out. That's how you do it. You are required to help each other whenever there is a group check out. This will delay the cleaning and allocated rooms on the floor. So sinasabi dito, magkakaroon lang ng delay if you're not going to ask help. That is why it is vital for you to ask help whenever it is necessary. In other cases, guests may be late checking out, so the going rooms may be able to be cleaned anticipated. So, mga pagkakataon na ang lalabas ang guest ng eksakto sa oras. So, we all know, as I have said earlier, the check-in time is 2 o'clock and the check-out is 12 o'clock. Did I get it right? Okay. Now, ang sinasabi dito, mayroong mga pagkakataon na pagka binigyan ka lang ng 2 oras na maglinis, so yung within that time frame, whenever it is necessary to ask help for you to be able to have the rooms ready, be able to do it so. And of course, down below, there are guests who affect intended order of cleaning rooms by displaying the do not disturb sign. So yung mga pagkakataon na mayroong do not disturb sign, you must be able to respect that. Okay, there's never any strict order because the fluid of unpredictable nature. As I keep on saying, there's never a correct order, when it comes to cleaning, room, especially yung mga pagka naglilinis ka ng room with the guest, you cannot go 1, 2, 3 with the video that I have showed you, kasi the only essence of doing the steps from 1 to 15 is for you to be able to gain the certificate, but it is case to case basis. Once you're already in actual scenario, you are cleaning the room, you cannot go 1 to 17 or 1 to 15. Okay, whatever it is that you are free to clean, you go for it. Next, minimizing disruption of the guest. Whenever, how are you going to minimize the disruption of the guest? One of those is to respect the privacy sign. Huwag maingay whenever they're cleaning. Pagka nag-vacuum ka sa labas, make sure the guest rooms are all closed. Whenever you see a disturb sign from room 101 and then nag-vacuum ka sa 103, try to be at least 5 or 7 rooms away from the room with D&D sign. In that way, you can make sure that you're not disturbing anybody. Next, minimizing disruption of the guest. As you can see, so it only tells you na yung mga pagkakataon na magkakaroon ng ingay. Let's say whenever you are pushing your trolley, make sure the wheels are working properly. So yung mga ingay, so this is something that you need to avoid. Okay, on top of your cleaning, this is something that you should also do, because that is that adds to the convenience of the guest. Ways to minimize disruption to the guest. When you understand the cause of the problems, you are better to solve. So practical ways to minimize interaction with the guest. So once again, respect the D&D sign, keep noise. So I've said that earlier. Next, remember too that the guests do not always keep regular hours. Room guests may have flown into late flights and sleeping in, or may have had a late night. So yung mga pagkakataon na merong mga guests na late, and we all know if we fly from one country to another, we must put ourselves into their shoes. Okay, pagka nakita mo na merong mga late check-ins, you must try to avoid disturbing those rooms. And one way of doing that is to get a check of the late check-ins. Go to the front office department, go to the control desk, and be able to get the rooms na hindi ka o pwedeng mag-disturb. Let's say 101 and 105 dumating na alas 3 ng madaling araw. You have the list. So do not establish any vacuum cleaning in that particular area. Next, cleaning procedures for the guest. Rooms with arrivals. Work is organized efficiently. So based on the standards, the trolley and the caddy are stocked according to the house procedure with the complete stack, yung trolley. Necessary linen required to carry. What are the sheets, the mattresses, the towels should be nice and complete. House procedures are allowed for entering the guest. What are the procedures? Knock twice, knock thrice, and then if nobody answers, open. So that is procedure. Next, the cause of an unpleasant smell is determined. Unpleasant smells is identified and the problem is put. So whenever you have discovered an unpleasant smell in the cruise ships, we use a biogel. Biogel is used is like a gel-like substance that kills the smell or the bad odor coming from the floor drain o yung mga sink. Kasi kapag kaya na hindi na masyadong nagagamit, nagkakaroon siya ng amoy, and one way of eradicating the smell is to put a biogel. Trash is collected. You all know these steps. Waste paper basket is wiped. Right type of amount of cleaning agent is used. Okay. Dirty glasses, ashtray. I've mentioned this in the video. I'm not gonna go over it anymore. So once again, be able to read that in your module. Okay, cleaning procedure for occupied rooms. So basically, these are the same lang, no? Kaya lang, magkakataon, occupied rooms, meron diyang mga guest. Like ang sinasabi ko, you cannot go over from step 1 to 17 na pagkakasunod-sunod kung ang alam mo, halimbawa may magkakataon na maglilinis ka, tapos merong guest sa loob. Kaya nga, it says here, cleaning procedure occupied rooms, meaning to say na ando ng guest. Okay, kasi ang procedure dyan, if they will let you knock, kasi may mga pagkakataon na nasa loob sila at maglalagay sila ng please refresh my room. Kahit na naando ng tao, be able to ask them, so would you like me to clean your room? And if they say yes, you go ahead, linisin mo. Pero what I'm trying to say, kapag merong mga nasa room at yung paa niya ay nasa ibabaw ng basurahan, so definitely wag mo siyang aabalahin na sir, can you move your feet kasi kailangan kong kuhanin ng basura. So yung mga ganong pagkakataon, maglilinis ka base sa convenience ng guest. Pagka nakita mo na may natutulog at may pinatutulog or nagpapahinga, then you should skip vacuuming the floor. So hindi po pwedeng lagi kang base sa job description mo. Job description is the best way to do your job properly and effectively, but it depends on the situation. We are a human being, so alam natin kung makakaabala tayo, and when it comes to the point na makakaabala ka, you stop that particular cleaning job kung makakaabala ka. Okay, so jump again. Walls and corridors, jump again. Preparing occupied guest rooms in the evening. So basically the same lang. Trolley and caddy stock. House procedures are followed. Curtains are drawn light. Waste paper are emptied. Rooms are checked. So once again, you have that in your module. Now we're gonna go over to cleaning of the bathroom. How many slides left? Let me just check. Okay, 42. Dami pa. 42. Okay, from right now, probably still gonna last for less than 30 minutes. Okay, element 2.2, cleaning of the bathroom. Before the bathroom can be cleaned, it must be prepared. The following steps. So okay, to make the long story short, maglilinis ng bathroom. Gagawin mo, kokolektahin muna ang mga soiled soiled towels, yung mga nagamit na lahat. And even if na yung mga hindi nagamit, especially right now may pandemic, you're supposed to get it. Pagka natanggal na lahat yung mga used towels, that's the time for you to clean the surfaces, the walls and floors. And as what I've mentioned here, collect all the used bathroom supplies, shampoo and conditioners and soap. I would like to emphasize on, hindi po pwedeng, ay, meron pa tong kalahati, maybe I can reuse it. No, every time you're going to clean, you are expected to remove it and replace it with the new ones. Kahit na yan half empty, 3/4 empty, you need to replace it with the new ones. That is the company standard. And of course, check the shower curtains. May mga pagkakataon na you'll just have to replace it with the new ones. And meron din mga pagkakataon na you'll just have to clean it. Check the light bulbs if it's working. Next, check all the electrical equipments. As we all know, your job is not only to check or not only to clean but also to check the appliances, the television, the telephone, the light bulbs, the doorknobs, almost anything else. Check the toilet if it's flushing, check the switches. So lahat ng nakikita mong appliances, that is your job for you to check. At once again, kung may mga sira, you need to report it right away. And when it comes to the point na you forgot to report it at nagreklamo yung guest, it's going to be your blame. Next, check the fixtures and for all the damages. Next, cleaning and preparing for rooms with arrivals. So work is organized once again. Toilet cutter is stocked once again. Light switches are turned off to be environmentally friendly. Cause of the pleasant smell, so basically the same lang to, but it actually focusing on cleaning the bathroom itself. And once again, I'd like to emphasize, every time you're cleaning the bathroom, you need to start on the walls and down to the floors. So rinse ng tubig and be able to apply the all-purpose cleaner spray, and then pagkatapos mag-spray, be able to scrub it. And then once you have scrubbed it, you need to dry the walls. Once you're done with the walls, you proceed with the floor para nakababa na lahat ng tubig, and then from the floor you are going to use yung mga lumang towels. Okay, yun ang ginagamit, yung mga lumang towels sa paglilinis ng floor. So once again, if it's necessary for you to spray some sanitizing agents, be able to do it so. Okay, and then once again, pagka nasa floors na, buhusan ng tubig, and then pagbuhos ng tubig, apply some detergent, do the scrubbing, the toilet bowl, the sink bowl, and the whole vanity area, and replace the supplies. So that's how you do it. Next, okay, we're gonna go over to steps in cleaning the toilet very quickly. So flush the toilet and wet the sides of the bowl. Pour the cleanser, leave the soak to continue with other work. So ang purpose lang nito, pagka na-soak mo na yung Lysol, okay, Lysol, you proceed and do the other job, like bed making, pero the chemical or Lysol is already doing its job sa paglilinis because it is already been soaked. Wash the lids and dry both sides near the back hinges, so yung mga gilid, that's very important. And make sure you're wearing the gloves, okay, that's very important. And when it comes to the point na if you notice na merong mga chemicals na could be harmful for you, or mga chemicals na sumasakit ang mata, you can use the goggles if it's necessary. Wash the outside bowls, wash and dry, okay, that's the basic or basic way of cleaning: wash, it's wash, rinse, and sanitize, and of course you need to dry it. Score the bowl. Next, flush the toilet number of times to wash away dirt. Place a hygiene strip. So this hygiene strip is just like a piece of paper na inilalagay dun sa seat cover para just to emphasize that it's already been cleaned. Okay, it's like a label na ibig sabihin ay it's already been cleaned. So conduct and final inspection. Final inspection, what are you going to expect? The walls, make sure it's free of blemishes. The floor, the curtains, the mga possible na mga spillage down below or whatever. So those are the things that you need to check. Vanity area. So what are the vanity area? So yung mga nasa harap with the mirror in the bathroom, that is the vanity area, and these are the bathroom bench, basin, taps or yung faucet, mirror, cupboards, hand towels, amenities, soap containers. So those items are the ones that could be seen in the vanity area. So how are you going to clean the vanity area? First, clean and dry shelves, replace the toiletries. So clean the shelves itself, replace the toiletries with the new set. Number 2, scrub hand basin, rinse and dry again, rinse and dry. And when it becomes necessary, you must be able to sanitize it every time. Polish the fitting and taps, yung mga gripo, you have to make sure it's nice and shiny. Clean then dry wall of the tiles, I've mentioned that. Clean and dry once again. Clean and polish. Check under the vanity for cleanliness of mga cobwebs, yung mga existing na posible mga spider webs. Next, replace the stock. New soap, tissues, facial items, shower cups, and of course the water if it's necessary. So these are the things that you need to refill. These are the things that you need to double check. Replenish towels, bath face towel, and floor mats. Okay, you all know that based on the standard. Replace everything and conduct a final check. And of course, remember to always try to place a guest personal items when you found them. Okay, always put back where you find them. Next, cleaning the bathroom floors. So babalik na naman tayo. Bathroom floors can become very dirty place. Okay, that's why you need to dirt and dust, hairspray, soap, shampoo used with the confines of the bathroom. Dirt will cause messy floors on the surface, dirt, green. So ito na yung binanggit ko kanina. You'll just have to clean it with the provided towels or the cleaning towels provided by the hotel. Ito yung may mga stained na, ito yung mga luma na. Yun ang basically pinanglilinis na nila. Pero as you can see here, minamap yung bathroom floor. Once again, it is based on the standard, but it is more hygienic to use the provided towels only for cleaning the floors. Next step to cleaning the floors: remove everything that may be on the bathroom floor, like once again, so medyo naulit lang konti, mats, trash cans, small pieces. Sweep the floor. So you don't sweep the floor. What does it mean is be able to sweep the floor is to clean it with the provided towel. Dissolve the detergent. So yun, be able to dissolve the detergent, ibabad whenever you have a time, and then pour the solution to the entire floor, especially yung mga grout, doon pumapasok yung mga itim. So kaya it is important na babara ng detergent and then you proceed with the scrubbing. Next, number 5, allow the solution to remain on the floor for 15 to 20 minutes. Kaya ang strategy ng ibang mga room attendant, they go straight to the restroom para makapagbabad ng Lysol, para makapagbabad ng detergent on the floor. In that way, bago sila matapos maglinis, hindi nakakain ng oras yung bathroom kung yun ang uunahin nila. Okay? Next, steps to cleaning bathroom floors. So, this is the continuation. Rinse the floor with mop. Once again, provided towel. Mix a second batch of detergent when it is necessary. Or dry with the once again with the provided towel. And then use the squeegee to push the residual. Squeegee, squeegee, ito yung maliit na ganon na when the one that I made sound that's a squeegee. Okay, final check of the bathroom. Before leaving the bathroom, once again double check. Bathroom looks clean and tidy. Towels, guest supplies ay naandyan ba? Toilet paper are well stocked. All appliances are working. So that's something that I've said earlier. Next, element 2.3, check the readiness of the guest room for occupancy. Physical placement of the items of the room, level of cleanliness, tidiness. So once again, checking the readiness is to check is everything is okay. Is to check is everything is up to the standard. It is for you to check kung naandyan ang correct numbers of pillows, so on and so forth. Okay, next. Operational readiness. Once again, when cleaning and check-out rooms, there will be standards for checking the operational readiness. Items is standards aim to achieve uniformity and consistency. Ibig sabihin, all the hotel rooms should have a consistency when it comes to cleaning and when it comes to the standards. Like if hotel room is using 4 pillows, hotel 1, 2, 3, 4 until 10 should have 4 pillows. If the room is using the bed runner, then hotel 1 to 10 should have the bed runners, and that is the standard. Even small things can be subject to this setting standards. Some properties will require telephone to be placed in the cradle, so once again it only talks about the standard. In stay room, house policies may require that the settings set by the guests are allowed to remain with possible exception. Okay, air conditional temperatures. So may mga pagkakataon na you can leave the AC on. Some would turn it lower just to save the energy or electricity. Next, for example, an occupied room of the guest has light dimmers on a certain settings, the television on a certain channel. So ito yung mga, once again, standard. Kapag ka set up ka ng rooms, check out rooms, and ready for new occupancy, ang standard ng room ay to set on the room with the dimmers. Yung dimmers, kasi matipid lang siya, yung nasa gilid lang ang bukas. So you need to follow that. Hindi po pwedeng sabihin mo pagka nag-check ang supervisor, bakit bukas yung dalawang ilaw sa gitna. So, ay sir kasi gusto ko. No, you cannot do that. Dapat you follow the standard. Kapag dimmers lang ang bukas, dimmers lang ang bukas. Pagka sinabi ng hotel na ang standard channel ng TV is channel, let's say channel 3. So, pag bukas ng TV, it has to be channel 3. So on and so forth. And even the radio station. That is talking about the standard. Items included this aspect: room servicing. Servicing will include, once again, checking in the room air conditioning settings. Kapag sinabing ang regular setup natin ng AC is in between, or let's say 26 degrees, so that the room should be always in 26 degrees. And refrigerator. Next, we have the refrigerator nominated settings. Same thing with the refrigerator. Kapag ang refrigerator ay dapat sinabi ng ng executive housekeeper na sa number 1, number 1 din lang yan. So television, volume, of course you cannot set that because it depends on some of the television. Pagka iniwan mo siya ng volume 1, nasa volume 1 yan automatically, you know? So clock is set at the correct time. Make sure you check on that. Okay. Next, alarm clock. May pagkakataon na yung mga guests from previous stay ay nag-set ng alarm. So make sure you turn it off. Kasi pagka nag-alarm yan with the guest, new guest already in, that will create a complaint. Okay, next, toaster, pens and pads. These are parts of the supplies. Next, it is vital that all items in the room are where they are meant to be in correct quantity. Once again, standard correct quantity kung saan nakalagay, and operational ready. Make sure they're working properly. There's nothing more frustrating for a guest to have asked for and then wait for something to be fixed. So that is a big no-no na kailangan nilang yung toilet ko barado na for a day or two. So that is really unacceptable. You as a room attendant, pagka nakarinig ka ng ganon, let's say Layla, my toilet is blocked, hindi mo kailangan siya patagalin. You need to inform your supervisor to have it fixed right away. Next, to continue, regardless of how well the room is maintained, general wear tear happens. So meron pa rin nagkakaroon ng mga sira. So problems occur. Kaya it is important to always let your supervisors know. It is natural, and while it may be annoying to the guest, will have a level of understanding. Okay, some would understand, some would not. So once again, pag may mga sira, be able to report. Okay, property wants their current guests to return items to repeat guests. So ito yung these are happening when nagkakaroon ng mga referrals. Current guests, bumabalik sila sa mga hotel, which is they're considered are repeat clients or repeat guests. And then this repeat guest, they're the ones who are introducing or endorsing your hotel. So ito lang noon, it has related na if you are very attentive when it comes to fixing things, nagkakaroon yan ng impression sa mga guests. Doon tayo sa Hotel A, kasi pagka sa Hotel A may problema, they will take an action right away. So doon ka makikilala if you are very enthusiastic in fixing these things. Once again, it is difficult to cultivate repeat. Okay, this service facility standards they want to expect basically the same lang. We're gonna move on the second one. Next, servicing a guest room to check out. Once again, be able to check the defects or damages. Next, where you suspect a damage has been intentionally caused by the guest, even if the guests have already checked out. So kung may mga intentional damage, you must be able to report that. You should report to your supervisor and ask them to view the damage for themselves to make a decision. So pagka meron ka nakitang damage, you need to have a witness. Let's say pagpasok mo, nabasag na yung malaking vase na tig $500. So the initial thing that you should do is to call your supervisor. Okay, kasi merong oras yung pagpasok mo. Pagka pumasok ka ng 8 o'clock at itinawag mo agad yung supervisor mo, sir, kapapasok ko lang dito using my key. And pagpasok ko, nakita ko na sira na yung vase. Kapag ka hindi ka tumawag at pinatagal mo ng isang oras, then who's gonna take the blame? It's gonna be on you. That is why, once again, whenever you discover something that is broken, you need to inform them right away. Okay, so I still have few more to go. In some cases, guests may be charged for the damage. So sinabi ko na earlier, once the damage is being done intentionally, the guest has to pay for it. Defects on damage. So what are the possible defects? So these are the broken fridge, broken glasses, fluorescent, flickering fluorescent, yung mga busted bulbs, remote controls with flat batteries, make sure you check on that. Broken fixtures, refrigerators, make sure the temperature is working properly. Air conditioning, there it should be working with less noise. Dripping tap and ripped curtains kung may mga sira. Next, okay, defects or damages includes fuzzy television, electric jugs, room cards, iron with where the temperature control settings are not working. Okay. Now we're gonna go over the defect effects on the guest. Ano ang magiging effect sa guest kapag may mga sira? If the guest finds a defect in the room, they might let you know about it, or they might not. If you don't, we have just disappointed the guest. So, merong mga pagkakataon na nahihiya ang guest na mag-complain, sira pala yung toaster, hindi lang sinasabi. Kaya every time na papasok ka, every time na maglilinis ka, be able to check the toaster if that is sweet room, be able to check the television, so on and so forth. Okay? Para in that way, kung mayroong mga sira, they will be able to fix it. Okay, once again, the same lang. All action taken should be accordance with the hotel procedures. So number 1, items must be taken out of the service immediately, replace possible. So it may be possible in immediate short term to replace the hair dryer that is not working. Obviously, kung hindi gumagana ang hair dryer, replace it. And what else? Number 2, the items reported to the maintenance report is submitted to the appropriate person. But this particular point, pag may mga sira, it is the supervisor's job to submit it to the maintenance department so it can have it fixed. And yung mga pagkakataon na whenever it will take some time for that particular like toilet to be fixed, they will put a out of service notice so they would know. So pagka sa room nangyari yan, definitely the guest has to move. Pero if that is in public areas, it is okay to put on the out of service sign. Next, the motto to remember is, if it's in doubt, have it checked, check, and double check. The nature of the job varies every time that affects the certain rules. So once again, may mga pagkakataon na we need to ayusin ang mga fault in such a way that we will do some modification when it comes to the policies, but then with the approval of your supervisor. Identifying pest. So just this very straightforward. The number 1 pest na kailangan iwasan ay yung mga bed bugs that could hide on the edges of the mattress. And of course, along with this, meron tayong mga cockroach, could be rats. And one way of eradicating this is to apply the insecticide. But I would like to emphasize on this. Kung meron ka na-discover na mga insects, you must be able to apply the insecticides dun sa mga vacant rooms, ano? Kapag ka may guest dyan, then definitely you cannot do some spray kasi maaamoy nila yon. So you need to know kung yan ay merong guest occupancy, you should do it some other time. Okay, bed bugs. Where the established pest control program has to work effectively, pest gets through immediate action and snagged. So number 1 dito yung bed bugs, because they are very difficult to fix or to be cured. Types of pests, once again, ants, house flies, mosquitoes, cockroaches, termites, fleas, bed bugs, and rats. silverfish. Okay, once again, whenever you see sign of the this pest, you need to contact your supervisor so immediate action can be applied. Action to be taken. Okay, extra action to be action to take when the pests have been cited, suspected in accordance with the house policy, with the house procedures that apply. Kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. You may be required to deal on the spot with flies, ants, cockroaches. Okay, but be able to spray when it's necessary pagka hindi maamoy ng guest. Make sure to remove the bodies or a dead fly. Of course, that is common sense. Other pests may have to be notified by your supervisor, the head of housekeeper, or the maintenance department will take action for it. Okay, once again, it's your job to report lang naman. Pest control program, okay, almost finished. Pest control, keeping the doors and windows to guest rooms closed. That's one way of not inviting the pest to get in. Making sure that fly wire screens are fitted in good condition. Yung mga nag-a-attract ng mga flies, make sure it's working. That's also your part to have it checked. Make sure that anything provide a guest room is free from pest. Control pest when you see it. So whenever you see it, report it right away. And once again, the maintenance department will be able to fix that. Pest control. Apply good housekeeping techniques to deny food and drinks to pests and maintain hygienic conditions. So this includes never leave food. Definitely wag papatagalin ang mga food on the corridor. Hindi naman natagal ng ganon, but those are the possible things na mag-attract sa mga pests. Keeping the bins clean and good repair, cleaning the premises thoroughly. Of course, we all know that. Okay, that ends the discussion for the midterm, and hopefully you're still there. Just stand by. Your leaders will be able to check your names after this presentation. Make sure you are still there, and I will see you on Friday. Make sure you have your vaccination card, the photocopy of it, and be able to check the GC with the other information that I have said there. Thank you. Bye-bye.